right, on to today's show, which is a fun topic, and it's a topic about cleaning supplies. Now, a host wrote into the show, and she wanted to know, as I'm getting started in the Airbnb industry, am I supposed to use non-toxic cleaning supplies, or can I just use regular supplies from the store? Right? That's a great question, and the answer is yes to both of those. You can buy non-toxic cleaning supplies, and you can buy cleaning supplies from the store. Now, lots of commercial products that are consumer products are designed to please the consumer. And so by that, I mean they are packaged in fancy packaging, and you're going to pay a little bit more money for that because of the fancy packaging. Also, they smell nice. They smell like citrus and lavender. Yes, you spray them in the air and yay, right? Those are the chemical smells that we love to smell as house cleaners, right? And as homeowners. All right, well, on a regular basis, using all those chemicals may or may not be good for your health. You have to read the SDS labels. So there's something to be considered there. Another thing that you might consider is there are products that are designed to do a certain thing. And there are very few products that are designed to do all things. And so if you're going to go to the store and you're going to buy the products, my recommendation would be to please, and I'm begging you, please read the labels. Because if you spray something on something that is not designed for, does not belong on that something, you could damage the surface of it or the finish. And there are lots of finishes that we have now which are glazed and gels and different varnishes and finishes. We don't want to ruin all of that stuff because as a homeowner, you got to replace the stuff that's in your home. So you want to make sure that the chemicals that you're using on your furniture and your appliances are designed for that thing. And the reason I'm very specific about this is because the turnover business, if you have a 2-night minimum, you could have guests for 2 nights, 2 nights, and 2 nights. You're going to do 3 cleanings in a week. You're going to turn your place 3 times. That's 3 sets of chemicals on all of your stuff. That's a lot of stuff. And so my recommendation would be, please read the labels. All right, now the flip side of that is using industrial, professional grade quality products. And because you're going to be doing so much cleaning, my recommendation would be to go to a janitorial store and find the chemicals that you need to use, whether it's a degreaser or it's going to be an all-purpose cleaner or a glass cleaner or what have you. There are general cleaning supplies that are very non-toxic. They're very earth-friendly, very environmentally friendly, and they are not fancy. They're going to come like in a gallon jug with a clear label. And you're going to look at it and go, well, that doesn't look very fun. And it's super expensive. It's going to cost you like $69 for a gallon of something. But the truth is you don't use a gallon of it in its concentrated form. You pour a cap full of it or whatever the directions say into a great big spray bottle and you use that spray bottle, which instead of spending $2.50 for the spray bottle that you would at the store, you're going to end up spending like 14 cents. So if you're going to be using lots of chemicals and you're going to be doing this 3 times a week, then I do recommend you go the professional route and get the industrial grade products. They don't look as fancy. They don't smell as nice. And that's okay because you're not trying to smell the place nice because lots of that stacked on top of each other, lots of cleaning chemicals, eventually after time gets settled in all the furniture and the wood and the carpet and the drapes. And then it just gets masked over and over and over again. And it starts getting this weird smell of mixed smells, right? Then you need an ozone generator or you need some beads or gel or whatever that takes all that stuff out of the air. So if you're going to do this all the time, my recommendation would be go with the commercial stuff that's designed for professional use, that has no colors and no flavors and no scents, and it's ugly packaging and it's inexpensive. That would be my suggestion. Alrighty, moving on. The next question is, how much does it cost on a monthly basis for cleaning supplies? Well, to tag along to the next question, you could try it out for a month or 2. You can try the regular cleaning supplies that you buy at the store, and you can keep track of all the costs. And you can figure out how much that costs you on a monthly basis. Then you go to the janitorial supply and you say, these are the products I consistently use. What do you have that's the generic version of this, but that's made for commercial use? And they can give you products or they can lead you in a particular direction and you can break it down on the size per jug. Now make sure that you match up jug per jug. And that's going to be ready to use products, which are the spray that you buy off the grocery store shelf versus 1 jar of the same size. If you get a spray bottle the same size, if you break it down from the gallon jug, the concentrate, and you mix it with water, how much is that going to cost you? And you can figure out really quickly which is going to save you the most money. And then based on a month of use, and that's if you're fully booked, this is about how much it's going to cost. And it varies from house to house and property to property because every property is a different size. a 6,000 square foot property, you're going to use a lot more cleaning chemicals than you are in something that's 2,700 square feet, right? And so if you turn the property 3 times in a week, you're going to use a lot more than if you only have 1 guest per month. And then also, if you have no minimum night stay and a guest only stays for 1 night, it's possible you could turn that place 7 times in a week, right? It's possible. So if 7 times in a week, 6,000 square feet, you're going to use a lot more chemicals than if you're in a smaller place rented out once a month. So it's hard to give you a price on what it's going to be. But yeah, I would say figure it out, because if you're in business over the long haul, then you need to know what your cleaning expenses are going to be. All right, that tags us into the next question. And the next question is, as I'm setting up my Airbnb account, I'm going to charge a cleaning fee. Is the cleaning fee just for the labor, or does it include the cleaning supplies? Well, that's a great question, and it comes back to, does your cleaner bring their own cleaning supplies? Do they have their own commercial grade products that they are bringing with them? And if they are, they're already billing you for that. So that is just the cost of the labor, and they are bringing supplies. Now, they might be billing in the cost of those supplies to you, but they're not going to be double billing you because you're not going to go out and buy the supplies. Does that make sense? All right. Now, the other thing is, there are some Airbnbs that insist that you use their cleaning supplies. That's fine too. But now you do have to pay for the cleaning supplies. And if that's the case, and you are still hiring an outside cleaner, you do have 2 costs. So you got to match those costs together, and that is what you charge the customer. Because if you don't, then those cleaning chemicals that you're buying, or cleaning solutions or supplies or toilet brushes or sponges or vacuums or whatever you're buying, that stuff then comes out of your bottom line, out of your profits. And so you got to figure out a way to recoup those costs. So you're going to have to take the labor costs from the cleaner and the cost of your supplies. You're going to have to match those together, and that is part of your cleaning fee. And then you figure out what that cost is going to be for the month, and you break it down and you amortize it over all of your visits so that you are covered by the different people that come and stay. I hope that makes sense a little bit. Alrighty, so that's a little bit about cleaning costs for Airbnbs. I hope this helps. If it does, please pass it on to an Airbnb person that you know. Maybe it's a vacation rental or a short-term rental. Pass it on to somebody you know, because this might help them.